Back, the U.S. and Mexico coming together this week to fight against a common enemy, the drug cartels. Brooke Taylor is live near the border in El Paso with more. Good morning, Brooke.
Hi, Griff. Well, it is virtually empty here at the border, but the cartel right now is changing tactics and they're adapting. Border officials tell us that they are getting more aggressive. We got a firsthand look at how the U.S. is teaming up with the Mexican military to fight back. Take a look at this coordinated exercise and show of force, a Border Patrol helicopter sweeping low over the Rio Grande as Border Patrol special operations agents rappel down one by one. And take a look at this, just across the river, Mexican troops carrying out a mirrored operation on their side, demonstrating how the two countries would mobilize together against a cartel threat. This comes just weeks after the Trump administration designated the Juarez cartel a foreign terrorist organization.
In reality, though, this group, this cartel, has been terrorizing both sides of the border for decades. It's literally their cash crop. In doing so, they've destroyed the lives of millions of Americans and effectively facilitated the fentanyl epidemic that has afflicted this country over the past several years.
And prosecutors say that new terrorist designation gives them another powerful tool to hit the cartel where it hurts, not just going after its leaders, but the network of people helping keep it running.
You're not being treated as somebody helping a criminal organization. From now on, you're being treated as someone that's helping a terrorist organization.
And the Border Patrol chief says the biggest threat they're seeing right now from the cartel are these drones. They say they're seeing them now more than ever. The cartel's basically using them to track the agents and watch their movements, Griff.
All right, Brooke Taylor in El Paso. Brooke, thank you very much. So can the Democrats make abolish ICE a winning message in the midterms? A new report finding Democrats have pushed nearly 250 bills opposing federal immigration efforts this year alone, and it's one of the far left's most prominent messages on the campaign trail. Watch.
We need to rip ICE apart and stop them from terrorizing our community.
ICE cannot be reformed. ICE cannot be retrained. ICE has to be abolished.
Giving impunity to folks that are shooting Americans dead in the street. We need to abolish ICE.
Real accountability starts with abolishing ICE and rethinking how we enforce immigration policy in this country.
And with that, let's bring in DHS Secretary Markwayne Mullin. Mr. Secretary, thank you for joining us. It appears not only is this rhetoric by Democrats on the campaign trail, this appears to be one of their top priorities. What do you say to those Democrats?
Well, this is a contrast between the Republican Party underneath President Trump's leadership and the Democrat Party. President Trump was restoring law and order and bringing our communities back under control, where underneath Biden administration, these criminals were running wild. Our borders were wide open. The South and Central America was dumping their prisons into our country. Murders were running rampant. Carjacking was running rampant. Child abduction, human trafficking was running rampant. But President Trump has come in, secured our border. He's deployed our assets. He's winning back our towns and our cities. And the American people his approval rating with American people with restoring law and order is through the roof. This is an 80% issue. No one wants crime running in their streets. People want to feel safe in their own communities. And President Trump focused on that. It was a winning message when President Trump got reelected, and it's a winning message for the midterm election. But this is the opposite of what the Democrat Party is about. They're about defunding police. They're about defending criminals over their constituents. If you think about it, sanctuary cities isn't just a safe haven for illegals. It's a safe haven for criminal activity that spills off into other communities that want law and order. And it's a shame what's taking place right now in the Democrat Party. But thankfully, we have President Trump that's leading the American people in the right direction.
And so you mentioned sanctuary cities, Mr. Secretary. You are at the helm at a time when the anti-law enforcement, anti-immigration enforcement has really never been higher. When you look at the number of efforts in states to try and hinder your ability to enforce the law, but out in California, we just had this case. An illegal immigrant from Venezuela comes here in 2007, over the course of years, commits a number of crimes, including multiple burglaries. A judge releases him on August 5th. The very next day, he goes out and kills a 60-year-old man, Todd Stewart, in his yard. Right. Is California, Governor Gavin Newsom, going to turn him over to ICE as DHS has requested? And in the larger scheme, how are you going to crack down on sanctuary cities?
So what President Trump and I actually had this conversation Wednesday in the Oval Office about what tools do we have to be able to really put pressure on sanctuary cities. And it's crazy to think to enforce them to live by law and order. I mean, you shouldn't have to do that, but this is how radical the Democrat Party has become. We spend most of our time in ICE in these sanctuary cities going after individuals that are illegally in this country that's been released by the state or the city in these sanctuary cities that we have put detainers on. These are rapists. These are child molesters. These are murderers. These are sex traffickers. These are drug cartels. These are gang members. These are terrorists that are terrorizing our community. And in sanctuary cities, they're literally releasing them back onto the streets. And so in this particular case, we've asked the state of California, hey, are you kidding me? Give us this guy back. Let us deport him. But they're refusing. In Colorado, I was in Colorado last week. In Colorado, there was a sheriff there that was being prosecuted by the state, fining him $50,000 because he released an illegal into ICE's custody that was I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if I can actually say what he was being released for, but it was a very serious crime. And the issue that they had is they said it was against state law to participate with federal agents. And you're going, ICE didn't make these laws. ICE is enforcing the laws that Congress is going out there complaining about. Yeah. We're simply enforcing the laws that Congress passed. If Congress doesn't like that, then they have the ability to change it. But my men and women that I have the privilege to serve with every single day underneath President Trump's leadership, we're going out there and we're arresting the worst of the worst. 70% of the people we encounter every day have a felony charge or have been charged or have already served time for a felony that we're deporting.
Yeah, Mr. Secretary, real quick, you mentioned you're in Colorado. You were also in Kodiak, Alaska, during the U.S. Coast Guard base there. What was that about?
Well, President Trump made the investment that's been the largest investment in the Coast Guard history by investing $25 billion. So when the president says we're fighting fights home and abroad, a lot of people focus on the fight that's going in the Middle East, but they don't realize that every single day we're fighting in our waters, out off our coastlines, and the Coast Guard is literally the front of that fight. And so President Trump invested $25 billion in the Coast Guard, restoring their platforms and understanding that they are the front line to protect the homeland. And in doing that, Kodiak, Alaska is the largest Coast Guard base in the world. At the same time, before President Trump came into office, we had 0 ice cutters. Now, mind you, Alaska is kind of known for ice. There was zero ice cutters. President Trump is investing in 11 new ice cutters. When I was up there, we were at the busiest cargo port in U.S., which is in Anchorage. We found 8 gallons of the drug that is used for what they call roofies or a date rape drug at the port while I was there. It is absolutely crazy what's happening in Anchorage, but because of President Trump's enforcement, we're able to make an investment to stop those illegal activities from coming into the lower 48.
Semper Paratus, the Coast Guard's motto. I'm glad they're to get those new equipment. Thank you very much. DHS Secretary Markwayne Mullin. Have a good weekend.
Thank you, sir.
All right.